Hi, it's Susie Parker Goins of Blue Lightning Healing, and today's Thursday, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on stuff. You can contact me best at my email address, susiepgoins@gmail.com. I do online. You can check my Facebook page at Blue Lightning Healing to get my online events that we're doing, and that's probably going to extend through the year. The best way to contact me is at susiepgoins@gmail.com or like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, the YouTubey things. But today I'm going to talk about the higher self. It's a concept that's found in many belief systems, like in Christianity, it's a gift given by God to those who have been reborn. The Nirvana Sutra describes the higher self in Buddhism. In Islam, it's a concept that the Sufis and others maintain. And then in Hinduism, their definition details on how examination of the self and self-knowledge is where one finds your higher self. For me, the higher self is a gateway to the universe or to divine. It's that part of you which is connected to spirit. And I think it's where you get those hits of intuition. That's where your intuition comes from. It's your divine spark. And yes, everyone has a divine self, has a higher self. You can access your higher self all of the time, whenever you want. When you keep a line of communication open and you have access, that gives you access to information to help you through your day or whatever situation. You can even talk to it while you're driving. It's having a conversation with your smarter self, with your more loving self. Your higher self holds all of the information you need to live a more spiritual life, to live a gentler life, to live a healing life. You can tell when the information is coming from your higher self because you'll sense that the information is from a place in your heart. It doesn't involve ego. It's calm, it's relaxed, compassionate. It gives you peace. It's based in positivity. And it offers you options or a win-win situation, solutions. It's got strong boundaries. That's nice. It also has a long-term focus. And in writing this script, I did, in fact, talk to my higher self. And it could not emphasize enough how a non-judgmental conversation is the most important and the most foremost indicator that you are communicating with the higher self. So, in contrast, the ego tells you what you should do. Ugh, that makes me so tense when people tell me what I should do. And your ego will tell you what will impress other people. It puts pressure on you to perform. Your ego, my ego, is impatient and it focuses on immediate gratification. It's about external influences. Higher self, on the other hand, is focused on your well-being and spiritual growth. There are some folks who have problems trusting energies that have such a positive and uplifting nature. I mean, what's the catch, they wonder? And the higher self has no hidden agenda. Many are faced with the negativities of the time, and negativity is so loud, so relentless. It's frequently so much easier to see. And then, when you have low expectations or expect the worst, and then it plays out, then you're not disappointed. And that's an excellent example of what you put out there is what you get. Negativity attracts negativity. The higher self is an expert at seeing the positive in a situation, at hope, at seeing the best outcome in any situation. Your higher self is a direct line to the divine. It's connected directly to the universal consciousness. It's you in a non-physical form, It's your most perfect divine self. See, it's the combining of the physical and the higher self in which you, as a soul being, achieves or learns those lessons that allow your soul to grow, to continue on that path of growth. The higher self can be expanded to join with the universe. So you can see your place in the universe. That's another video. That's another meditation I have recorded, I think. And if not, I should. You can, when you expand out into the universe, when you really are your higher self, you begin to feel what sort of magnificence your soul has. What a magnificent being you are, the splendiferousness of being a soul in growth. So it also allows you, your higher self is a channel for divine energy, and you have access to everything about you through your higher self, through the Akashic records, which that's another repository of all the information about you, about everything. So every action you've had, you can access the Akasha to see what impact it will have or it has had. So with your higher self, you can also look at your past life information. You can look at solutions, at opportunities. It provides you with this overarching view of your soul's growth, not only in this life, but in previous lives and in future lives. It is all the knowledge for you, all of the knowledge for you and about you. And it supports you in your physical activities in this life. My higher self said, we cannot emphasize that it does not judge you in any way. Your higher self is completely non-judgmental. It holds the knowledge that you've gained for your soul. That's what it does. And it supports you in your soul expansion. It is like you plus. To contrast with the ego. The ego, so it's an ego activity to compare and compete and to denigrate. The higher self elevates you. It uplifts you. It gives you hope. When the ego is in alignment with the higher self, positive results are what you get. Honestly, I mean, a lot of folks put down the ego, and one of the things I got in my meditation with my higher self is that the ego isn't good or bad. It just is. It has a place. It can protect you, but it can also get in your way. An ego can be worked with managed. It can feed self-esteem, or it can kill it. I mean, part of your soul's journey is to be conscious of energy, and that it makes up everything around you. You're conscious of the energies going today. Yeah. You're also conscious of your own reactions to current situations. That's part of what your ego is doing. Now, how you're reacting it's up to you, really. But a goal in spiritual development is to integrate your higher self with your ego, so it has a positive impact on your physical self. Another goal is to navigate your life in a state of divine grace or divine love. Spend time with your higher self. It takes effort, a little bit, and initiative to start that conversation. But you got to make time for it. It's not to get started. Yeah, it's going to take practice. Oh well. But your higher self does hold you in the highest esteem. It will never denigrate you. It will never insult you. It's only there to help, to provide support, to provide love to you. It will show you the path to higher levels of dimensional healing, too. That's pretty cool. And to get a hold of your higher self, to contact your higher, just sit quietly for a while. Leave distractions. Allow those distractions of the day to not get in the way. Ask your ego to go take a break. Get that monkey mind doing something else, like, I don't know, counting coins that you're going to make, or just, get all of the distractions out of the way. Breathe. That's always something. You got to breathe. Open your heart. Listen. So you know that if it comes from a place of love, if it's positive, if it's uplifting, if it's compassionate, that's your higher self. That's what you want to listen to. That's what you can trust. Trust is a big deal in spiritual growth. It's not being naive, but it's discerning, and it allows you to trust what you hear. Your spiritual growth will teach you that. It does take time. It takes a little practice, but you've got support all around. So keep at it. Until next time, blessings.